Good morning, my dear students. So, today we are going to learn unit seconds, in which, first of all, we are going to learn the first topic is heat, energy, and storage. Unit second, in which we are going to learn regarding the heat, energy, and storage. So what is the meaning of heat energy? Heat energy is the energy which flow between two objects due to the temperature difference. So heat means something that feel warm. Is it right? Heat means something that feel warm. So heat defines the flow of energy from warm object to the cooler object. So this means that the heat is always flow from hot body to the cold body, but heat will not be flow from the cold body to the hot body. So actually the heat energy is all around us. So the heat energy is present in the volcanoes as well as in the iceberg as well as in our own bodies. So all matter contain the heat energy. So heat energy is nothing but the result of movement of minute particle known as atom, molecules or ions in solid state, in liquid state as well as in the gas state. So heat energy can transfer from one body to the another body due to the temperature difference. Is it right? So I will explain here, then you can easily understand here. Let us consider this is particle. We are supplying the heat up to the 50 degree Celsius. Okay, so the temperature we are supplying to the smallest particle or tiny molecules. Is it right? So this one, what we can say here, we can say as particles. Okay dear. Then here another one, I am taking the container in which we are supplying the heat up to the 100 degree Celsius temperature. So if you observe here, the both the figure, who is having the highest temperature here? Second figure is having the highest temperature. Is it right? So this particle is having the higher temperature because we are applying the temperature of 100 degree Celsius. What about here? So the particle is having the lower temperature. This particle is having the lower temperature. If the particle is having, this smallest particle is having the highest temperature, due to what happened here? High vibration of the particle. This particle will highly vibrate. Is it right? Due to apply of maximum temperature. So high temperature vibrate. If you are applying the maximum temperature, due to this particle is high temperature vibrate. Is it right? Or we can say as high vibrate of particles, we can say vibrate of particles. If temperature is low, due to what happen? Less vibrate of the particles. So less vibrate in the sense the less moment of a particles. Less vibrate of a particle. Is it right? So let us assume that this internal energy of the lower temperature is lesser than the internal energy of the higher body temperature. So we can understood that here the internal energy of the lowest temperature is always less than the internal energy of the higher temperature. Is it right? The internal energy is it right? So we understood that in this case the heat energy is constant. So if you are collide both the things, is it right? So this particle and this particle, due to what happened here, by the collision of particle, if you collide together, the vibration causes, then this particle is moved from the higher body to the lower body. So we know very well the heat is always flow from higher temperature to the lowest temperature, but heat does not flow from the lowest temperature to the highest temperature. Okay, when the heat is always flow from the highest temperature to the lowest temperature, and they maintain the body is in equilibrium condition. So we understood that the heat energy is the energy which flow between the two objects. This is the first object and this is the second object due to the temperature difference. Is it right? So heat, so what we can say, heat means the something that feel warm. So heat defines the flow of energy from a warm object to the colder object. So heat is always flow from the hot body to the cold body. Is it right? So actually this heat energy is all around of us. So it is heat energy is present in the volcanoes as well as is present in the iceberg, as well as the heat energy is present in our own bodies. So all matter contain the heat energy. Is it right? So if you collide together this particle and this particle, if it is collision, so by the collision, so what happened here? The heat is flow from the hot body to cold body. Is it right? By collisions, particle collide. Is it right? And vibrate causes. So in this case, what will happen here? This particle will move from higher temperature to the lower temperature. Let us see over here. This particle is too much hot. Is it right? And this particle is less hot because we are applying the temperature of 50 degrees Celsius. So the heat is, this particle is moved from the hot body to the cold body. Is it right? Due to what happened, this 100 degrees Celsius temperature will be goes on decreases. The temperature of this hot higher temperature body, it will lose, as well as this particle, if it is moved, due to what happened, the temperature of this particle will be goes on increases. So it will increase, so up to 60 degrees, 70 degree. After that they will maintain the equilibrium condition. This hot body should be equal to the cold body. Is it right? So we understood that the heat energy, the energy flow, we can say as the heat energy. Is it right? So let us see in this case. In this case, what will happen here? By the collision of the particle, if you collide together, the particle collide and it is highly vibrate. This highly vibrate particle will move into the cold region. Is it right? And they will maintain the equilibrium condition to this body. So if this hot body, if it is this particle is moving, if this particle will moving means it will lose the energy. Is it right? And this one gain the energy. So this means that the heat is flow from hot body to the cold body, but heat will not be flow from the cold body to the hot body. So we can represent here the heat energy is the energy which flow between two objects. Is it right? Between the two objects. This is the first object and this is the second object. Between two objects due to temperature difference. Okay dear, it is visible due to temperature difference. Okay, then so heat means something that feel warm. Is it right? So what is the meaning of heat? Heat means something that feel warm. So heat means something that feel warms. Okay, so heat define the, so generally we know very well the heat define the flow of energy from warm object to the colder object. The heat energy is actually present in the volcanoes as well as in the iceberg as well as in our own body. All matter contain the heat energy. Is it right? So the heat define the flow of energy from a warm object. Is it right? This is the warm object, or we can say as hot body. What we can say here? Hot body. So flow of energy from one object to a cooler object. Cooler object. So actually the heat energy is all around of us. Is it right? Actually the heat energy is all around us. So in the heat energy is available in volcanoes as well as in iceberg as well as in our own body and in your body. All matter contain the heat energy. So all matter contain heat energy. Okay, so generally we know very well the heat energy is nothing but the result of movement of minute particle known as atom, molecules or ion. Is it right? In the solid state, in the liquid state as well as in the gas state. So the heat energy can transfer from one body to the another due to the temperature difference. Okay, Heat energy is nothing but result of moment of minute particle minute okay, it is visible, minute particle known as, what we can say here, we can say as atoms, okay, we can say as molecules or ions, okay, ions in solid state, in liquid state, as well as in the gas state. In the solid, liquid and gases. Okay, so the heat energy can transfer from one body to the another body due to the temperature difference. So we understood that the heat is always flow from the hot body to the cold body, but heat will not be flow from the cold body to the hot body. So by the collision of the particle, due to what happened, the high vibration particle is moved from the hot body to the cold body. Is it right? So we can say as heat energy. Okay. So the heat energy can be transferred from one body to the another due to the temperature difference. Okay, due to the temperature difference. So we know very well this heat energy is present in volcanoes, iceberg, and also in our body also. Is it right? So heat energy is present in volcanoes and iceberg and also in our bodies. Okay, dear. So generally we know very well, if you consider this solid body, let us see this figure. This is solid body, this is our particle. So solid is one which having the definite shape as well as definite volume, and the force of attraction between the molecule is, how it is here, it is very high in the solid. Okay, so this figure we can say as solid figure. So what is meaning of solid here? The solid is one which having the definite shape as well as which having the definite volume, but the force of attraction between the molecule, this is the first molecule and this is the second molecule, the attraction between the molecule is highly compact in nature. Okay, so the attraction between the molecule is very high. We can say as attraction between the molecule is very high. Is it right? What about the liquid? The liquid is one which having the definite volume but not shape, but the force of attraction between the molecule is very less compared to the solid. They have the attraction, but attraction is very less compared to the solid. Is it right? This is the figure of liquid. Okay, like this particle. So in this particle, the attraction between is very less. The strength between these two particles is very less. So that's what we can say here. We can say as the liquid. What about this gas? The gas is neither having any shape or nor any volume, and the force of attraction between this molecule, how is it? It should be very less, or sometimes it should be negligible also. So the particle in this solid are tightly packed. How is it here? The particle in this solid are tightly packed and can only vibrate. Is it right? Or it can be highly vibrate. The particle in the liquid also vibrate but able to move around the rolling over each other and sliding around each other. What about this gas? In the gas, the particle move freely with a rapid and random motion. Is it right? That is an example of heat energy. Okay. The particle in the solid, how's it here? Are tightly packed. So one particle attract to the another particle and another particle is attract to the one more particle. Is it right? The strength between this particle is, how is it? It is a very tightly packed in nature. Is it right? The particle in solid are tightly packed and can only vibrate. Is it right? What about this liquid? Okay, so the liquid, the particle in the liquid also vibrate but are able to move around by the rolling over to each other and sliding around each other. Is it right? The particle in liquid also vibrate but are able to move around by rolling over each other okay, and sliding around in the liquid. Okay, what about this gas? So in the gas, the particle move freely with rapid and random motion. The particle moves freely with rapid and the random motion. Is it right? In the gas state. the particle moves freely with rapid random motion. So once again I will repeat, the solid is one which having the definite shape as well as definite volume, and the force of attraction between the molecule is very high. So this particle in the solid are tightly packed and can highly vibrate. Is it right? It can vibrate. How is it? The nature is highly vibrate, we can say. Okay dear. As well as in the liquid is one which having the definite volume but not shape, and the force of attraction between the molecule is very less compared to the solid. And this particle in the liquid also vibrate but in the less vibrate. Is it right? But are able to move around the by rolling over each other and sliding around each other. Okay. What about in gas? We know the definition. The gas is neither having any shape or nor any volume. The force of attraction between the molecule is very less. So in the gas, the particle moves freely and rapid random motions. Is it right? So this is the example of the heat energy. So after that, we have to know about storage, types of storage. So we have the different types of storage like cold storage as well as fabric storage, as well as we have the solar energy storage. Is it right? And the low temperature carbon dioxide storage system and thermochemical energy storage system and packed rock bed storage system we have. So I will write one by one, then you can easily understand types of storage. Okay. The first one is cold storage system. First one is, it's visible. Okay. First is cold storage, and second one is we can say as solar storage, and third one we can say as thermochemical energy storage. Thermochemical energy storage. Okay. And fourth one we can say as fabric slab energy storage. Fabric slab energy storage. Okay. Another one is packed rock beds. Packed rocks beds. And sixth one we can say as low temperature carbon dioxide storage. Low carbon dioxide, or we can say as low temperature carbon dioxide storage system. So today's six type of the storage system. The first one is cold storage system, second one is the solar energy storage system, third one is thermochemical energy storage, and fourth one is fabric slab energy storage, and fifth one is packed rock beds, and sixth one is low temperature carbon dioxide storage system. Okay dear, so in the next session we are going to learn regarding the media of transport of heat energy, in which we are going to learn regarding the conduction, convection, radiations, as well as flow gases also. Okay dear, I hope so no one is having the doubt. If you have the small doubt also, you can represent in the comment box, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.